After starting off on a wrong foot with their strict engine policies, General Motors went on to create some of the most incredible classic muscle cars. Here are the fastest classic GM muscle cars ever made. Starting off at number 10, we have the 1969 Pontiac GTO Ram Air 4 convertible. Top speed 125 miles per hour. Not surprisingly, among the quickest vintage General Motors muscle cars on our list in the 1969 Pontiac GTO Ram Air 4 convertible. The 1969 Pontiac GTO Ram Air 4 convertible is an astoundingly fast vintage muscle vehicle in addition to being extremely uncommon and sought after. Considering that Pontiac produced a mere 45 cars throughout its entire history, every single one of them was painstakingly built, down to the very last component. The engine in question is a specifically built Ram Air 4 engine with an incredible 370 horsepower and 445 pound-foot of torque. The GTO Ram Air 4 convertible could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds because of its power. At number 9, we have the 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30. Top speed, 116 miles per hour. The high-performance W30 package elevates the already iconic Oldsmobile 442 to a whole new level. It is one of the most iconic American muscle cars ever. Oldsmobile added a massive 455-inch V8 engine to the 442-inch vehicle as soon as GM relaxed its limitations on engine capacities. With the upgraded engine, the muscle vehicle was able to produce an astounding 365 horsepower and 500 pound-foot of torque. With a large number of improvements and an additional 5 horsepower, the 1970 Oldsmobile 442 was even more performance boosted by the W30 package. We are talking about an aluminum intake manifold, better heads, a modified cam, an enhanced distributor, an updated carburetor, a low restriction air cleaner, and fully functional air ducts. What is the outcome? A vehicle that beats the standard model by 0.1 seconds in the lightning-fast 5.7 second race from 0 to 60 miles per hour. The 1969 Chevrolet Nova SS396 with a top speed of 127 miles per hour is a very impressive car. The best-rated Chevrolet in 1962, the Nova was first introduced as the highest trim level for the new Chevy 2 small automobile. But in 1969, when its success and popularity grew, it was separated into a separate model. In 1968, however, the Nova Super Sport evolved from being a trim option to a full-fledged performance package. For 1969, Chevy offered it as a $280 upgrade. If you select that, a 350 CID V8 engine producing 300 horsepower and 380 foot-pound of torque will be yours. Customers could, however, spend an extra $500 for the regular production RPO L78 engine option, which produced an incredible 375 horsepower, if they wanted the most power. With so much power under the hood, it could easily outrun its 350 powered sister, which takes 6.1 seconds to achieve the same pace, going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 5.5 seconds. At number 7, we have the 1971 Pontiac GT-37 455 HO. With a top speed of 117 miles per hour. One of the greatest Pontiacs for people who desired speed is the 1971 GT-37 455 HO. Its enormous 455 cubic inch V8 engine produces an incredible 480 pound-foot of torque in addition to 335 horsepower. It can thus accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in an exciting 5.4 seconds. The performance difference is really noticeable when compared to the base model. With a 350 cubic inch V8 engine producing 250 horsepower and 350 foot-pound of torque, the basic model 1971 Pontiac GT-37 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a comfortable 8.7 seconds. We have the 1998 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am WS6. With a top speed of 162 miles per hour. With its more contemporary style, strong curves, and aggressive lines that convey an impression of untamed strength, The 1998 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am WS6 stands alone as a rebellious renegade in a list dominated by vintage muscle cars. With 320 horsepower and 345 pound-foot of torque, the naturally aspirated 5.7 V8 engine can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 5.3 seconds, and it can complete a quarter-mile dash in an incredible 13.7 seconds. The WS6 outruns the 1969 Pontiac GTO Ram Air 4 convertible by a significant 0.5 seconds, even if it may not quite match the legendary 1969 Pontiac Trans Am Ram Air 4 lightning fast 5.1 seconds. Here at number 5, we have the 1969 Pontiac Trans Am Ram Air 4 top speed of 113 miles per hour. There are several advantages to the 1969 Pontiac Trans Am Ram Air 4. It has an abundance of performance characteristics that will make the pulse of any automobile enthusiast race. Not to add, it stands out from its competitors because of its unique appearance and legendary reputation. However, the car's amazing Ram Air 4 engine is what really makes it stand out. This engine produces 345 horsepower, which is more than the 335 horsepower produced by the Ram Air 3. It is enhanced with bigger valve-housed, high-flow heads, a more aggressive camshaft, and a higher compression ratio. The 1969 Pontiac Trans Am Ram Air 4 can reach 60 miles per hour from 0 miles per hour in an astounding 5.1 seconds because of this power. Counting down to number 4, we have the 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge Ram Air 4 with a top speed of 122 miles per hour. When it comes to the meanest and deadliest iteration of Pontiac's iconic muscle vehicles, the GTO Judge Ram Air 4 definitely wins. Its heart-pounding 370 horsepower and 445 foot-pound of torque come from a specially tuned 400 cubic inch V8 engine, which is a full 4 horsepower higher than your standard GTO's 366 horsepower and 445 foot-pound of torque. With a neck-snapping 4.9 seconds to get from 0 to 60 miles per hour, that additional kick makes all the difference. That is quicker than the relatively slow 5.4 seconds it takes a Ram Air 3 powered GTO convertible to achieve the same speed. At number 3, we have the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS LS6 with a top speed of 114 miles per hour. Numbers like 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds in 2024 would make some people scratch their heads. But in its prime, the vicious 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS LS6 was known for its amazing speed, partly because of its remarkable production. Interestingly, many people think that the stated 450 horsepower is really far less than the actual power this automobile carried. It is often thought that Chevrolet purposely understated these statistics to prevent the insurance companies from becoming overly concerned. Chevrolet also provided the LS5 454 engine as a less powerful option to the Chevelle SS in addition to the LS6 454 engine. With 500 pound-foot of torque and 360 horsepower, the LS5 was still rather impressive. Here at number 2, we have the 1987 Buick GNX with a top speed of 124 miles per hour. There were just 547 Buick GNXs produced in 1987, making it an extremely powerful and uncommon variant of the Buick Grand National. It was designed to commemorate Buick's victory in the Grand National Racing Series and to mark the conclusion of the G-Body Regal platform. The GNX was developed in association with American Specialty Cars, ASC, McLaren Performance Technologies, and included a number of noteworthy enhancements over the base Grand National. These included an upgraded suspension system, better brakes, a larger intercooler, a Garrett T3 turbocharger with a ceramic impeller and GNX heat shield, and enhanced suspension. Despite the claimed 276 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque, experts believe that it generates over 300 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque, enabling a rapid 4.7 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour and 13.5 seconds to complete a quarter mile. Finally, at number 1, we have the 1964 Pontiac Tempest GTO Tri-Power with a top speed of 115 miles per hour. The 1964 Pontiac Tempest GTO Tri-Power is an amazing vintage muscle vehicle with astounding high-performance capabilities. It may not always command the same attention as its more well-known brothers, the Firebird Trans Am and GTO. Furthermore, it is notable for being the first vehicle in the Pontiac series to have the coveted GTO moniker. The 1964 Pontiac Tempest model range offered it as an option package at first, and this set the stage for later GTO incarnations. This specific 1964 Pontiac Tempest GTO has a powerful 389 cubic inch V8 engine with a dual exhaust system, 4 barrels of carburation, and 10.75 to 1 compression ratio under the hood. With its powerful 348 horsepower, this combination enables the GTO to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.6 seconds, making it the quickest vintage GM muscle car ever. These cars on the list are some of the powerful cars made by General Motors and have over the years become some of the most preferred cars by classic car lovers. Is there any car we missed out on the list? Kindly drop them in the comment section and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more interesting contents like this.